Scott with Bike Iowa. We're here at the CETA booth, and also Rob Cook, the new IMBCS director. What does IMBCS stand for?
IMBCS is the Iowa Mountain Bike Championship Series. It is a 9-race series across the state of Iowa for mountain biking, cross-country and marathon style.
And the first one?
First one is going to be, let me consult my notes. The first one's going to be Sylvan Island on April 7th. That actually takes place on an island in the Mississippi. It's a super cool trail. It was a former munitions factory, so you get a ride amongst spent casings and a bunch of interesting items. Pack your stands. There's lots of flats there.
And is that one with the marathon course?
No, they will not have a marathon course. It is a joint race with the Illinois series. So Sylvan Island and then Alinawick, which is down the river, is neither one of those will have a marathon. But we do have dedicated marathons at Sugar Bottom, and we have another dedicated marathon at one second.
White Rock?
No, White Rock has a marathon, but we have a separate marathon in Squaw Creek, which is our second time there. It's a new course. It's a really fun course. Great turnout, great trail. It's awesome.
And just in the last few years, I mean, back in the old days, I mean, marathons didn't happen, right?
Right.
Are they all 4 hours? Is that really all the 4 hours? You got any input on how they become so popular, or why? Or?
I think one of the reasons they're popular is that you're going to pay the same amount of money, but you're going to go and you're racing for 4 solid hours, right? So it's less of a sprint like our normal cross-country races, and it's the endurance aspect. So you're going to go out, you're going to ride for 4 hours, and you're going to see how do you test against the rest of these guys, and it's more about how many laps you can turn, but not as how fast you can turn them. So it's just a more enjoyable experience, I think, for some people.
And in that marathon, nutrition plays into time,
Definitely.
a little more mental aspect too.
Yes.
Versus just a quick 45-minute or an hour race. So we're just seeing a lot of that in the gravel world too. The gravel's seeing the longer 60 to 100-mile races.
Right.
You know, they're hot right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we're not doing a mountain bike century yet, but 4 hours is still pretty good. And you're going to see some of the fast guys turning, depending on the course, 6, 7, 8 laps, which is just mind-boggling, especially when I'm struggling to do 2 or 3.
And it's so pulse. It's your first year for race director.
It is. This is my first year. I've taken over from Bruce Brown, who was the race director for the past 5 years, and he took over the series from Cam before that. And so the first 5 years I did the points. So I was the points director, and I tallied everybody's points and all that. And then last year I kind of picked up my role, and then this year I'm now the full-on race director. And it's been interesting. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work getting all your race directors to commit to dates and everything. But yeah, it's been good.
Herding cats early on, but yeah, it definitely pays off. As I said, thank you for being so proactive. All the races are on the calendar before January's over, which is unheard of.
Yes. Well, I got sick and I didn't have anything else to do, so I thought, well, if I got to be home and playing with a computer, I may as well get all this taken care of. That way I can spend more time on the trails when it's nice.
So it's all on the Bike Iowa calendar and imbcs.org.
Oh, and one thing to mention too, as long as the race is able to allow it, we will have free beer at all of the new mountain bike races this year, sponsored by Firestone Walker out of California. So, I can't tell you exactly which races are going to have it, but that'll be on the website as soon as I know. So come out, race, and then have a couple free beers. And then the White Rock race at the end of the year, our final race, which is also our state championship race, will have exclusive sponsorship by Fire Trucker Beer out of Ankeny. So Dan came on again for this year, and we're going to have free food provided by Catering by Sid. So she's a local caterer here in town. So if you don't do any other race, get out to White Rock, free beer, free food, great racing on one of the best trails in the city, creek crossings, everything. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey,
good luck on your first year, and hopefully there'll be many more, man.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for everything you do as well.
Awesome. Good.
Cool.